Hi everyone, this is Mike again, and in this short video we're going to have a look at the calculation of capital gains when buying and selling stocks. So in this example we're going to have a look at an individual who buys 100 shares of Company X at $12 per share, an additional 150 shares at $14, and another 75 shares at $11, which would give us a weighted average share price of $12.69. At a later point in that year, he sells 100 shares at $20 per share. So the notion to retain here is the notion of identical properties. In the case of the CRA, for capital gains purposes, we can group together identical properties. So in this case, it's the identical stock of the same company, Company X. So in year one, this individual, as was indicated, bought shares on 3 occasions. These were the prices they paid for a total in each transaction, adding up to $4,000. They purchased 325 shares in total. That yields an average price of $12.69. So continuing on, if they then sell 100 shares for $20 per share, that yields $2,000, and our cost on that transaction would be 100 shares times $12.69, giving a capital gain of $731. So capital gains are taxed at 50%. The total to include in taxable gains income on the T1 general tax return would be $365. So assuming that those were the only transactions, that individual would end the year with 225 shares at an average cost of $12.69. So let's assume in the second year that individual purchases 50 more shares at $16 per share, and at a later point in time sells 75 of those shares at $25 per share. Well, they carried forward 225 shares at $12.69 for $2,855. They purchased 50 more for $800. Once again, the math in year two would yield an average cost of $13.29 per share. If they then sold 75 at $25, they would yield $1,875, and the cost would be $996 for a capital gain of $878 at 50%. The amount to include in taxable income in year two for capital gains would be $439. So this method of calculation would continue from year to year, and the notion to retain is identical properties and the adjusted cost base average cost method used by CRA. So I hope this short video was helpful in understanding capital gains as relates to share transactions.